Good morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the video, and we've another brutal one for today. This one plays on my mind quite a lot. The system of justice for men where it comes to relationships and children. Now, we've done a vlog on this sort of topic. There's another one that we also need to cover it a little bit more regarding partners and stuff like that, women, what we get ourselves into. So lads, I know for a fact that you get sleepless nights, you have sleepless nights, you're up all night thinking about your children. Now, it wasn't always like this. You was in a relationship with probably the love of your life. Just get her ball. The love of your life. You thought that you was going to be together forever. You've done a hell of a lot together. You've gone on holiday together. You've bought a house or rent a house together. You've had Christmases, birthdays. You've done absolutely everything together. Then all of a sudden, that relationship breaks down for whatever reason and it stops. Why? Why does it stop? Now, the relationship breaks down for whatever reason, but you are stuck in, let's say, a bit of a rut now, and you've done the birthdays, you've done the Christmases, you've bought the house, then you're so in love with each other, you end up having a child together. Now, I got with somebody and had our first child. Perfect child, never cried, slept when we wanted her to sleep. She was more or less the perfect child. Slept 7 till 7, fed when she needed to feed. As long as you winded her, she was the perfect baby. This person that I was with at the time would only ever pick our child up when somebody was there to show off of, you know, what she did and how she did it. Unfortunately, everybody could see through this. So then we come to have our second child and she does everything for that child. Won't let me near that child, our second girl, which is fine, you know. I got my bit and she got her bit. Things were what you think is perfect and absolutely amazing. And it's right, a lot of people don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And behind our closed door, you would think it was the best relationship in the world. Comes to where she's now not happy, doesn't tell me that I'm not happy, doesn't say it like that, just goes off with somebody. Now, if you're in that situation, you're in a relationship where you're crazy about somebody and they go do something like that, it breaks you. I don't care what anybody says. Now, I'm happy and content in a relationship now with my wife, and I can 100% put my life the fact that she wouldn't stray. 1,000,000%. She's a different kettle of fish. Now, one of my ex-partners that we're on about only ever thought about sex, and she didn't care who it was with. Now, you might think you can't put that on the internet, but I'm not going to name her, but that is the brutal, honest truth. All she was interested in, as my best mate says, and a lot of people say, all she wanted was to get her fanny filled, and it didn't matter who by. So she went off with somebody. It absolutely broke me, because she wasn't my property, but she was my partner, and you think that she's gonna stand by me and be with me forever. We've got kids together, we've got a house together, and you would think that she was never ever gonna stray. But Now, you get to that point where you find that your partner is, we're just out with her, messing about and cheating, breaks your heart. I don't care what man says, right, I'm fucking bothered, you are, 100%. So, relationship's now falling apart. Then this stage happens. Are you at this stage where you're now going to lose your house? You're not going to see your kids every day or your child every day? You are in a bit of a mess. So now the system is on their side. This is where it gets unfair. The system's on their side. They get everything that they want now. Now the system is wrong. Where's my dog? Oh, she's there. Your situation has gone from crazy, madly in love, house, car, baby, jobs, everything mint. Your partner goes off or your partner ends it and that's that. It's done with. So now you're stuck with having to either move back home or find somewhere else to live. Now your wage will only stretch so far. The first thing the woman wants to do is get money out of you. And that's the first thing they talk about. Nothing else. All you want to do is talk about whether you're going to get back together. What's gone wrong. Come on. What's gone wrong. Why the breakdown. You go through every solution, problem, you know. You start blaming yourself and you'll start saying, oh well, I'll change. There's always something behind it though. Now my ex-partner was, you're not at home enough, you don't do enough, you know, every excuse to end the relationship and get out of the relationship. Just get out, they want out. There's always a reason behind it, and they won't fully tell you the truth. That is a fact. Now I'm not saying because I know, I'm hoping a lot of female, a lot of women, a lot of lasses will watch this as well and think that yes, this channel is right, because I know that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of lasses out there that will support their man. So for women that maybe might watch this, hopefully will support their brother, or they do support their man, mums that support their sons, girlfriends that support their partners, sisters that support their brothers, girls that support good friends that are in their circle. So I know there are plenty of good women. So I'm not all women are like this, 100,000,000%. And I'm not saying all women are bad. That's not what I'm saying. There are a selected few that will and do screw men over. And this is a massive thing for men's mental health, where you think everything's going amazing, smoothly, everything's running right, and it actually, behind the scenes, it's not you, it's just not what they want anymore. Instead of them being honest to you and saying, I don't want this relationship anymore, they just either find somebody else before they've got rid of you, or they just cut it off completely and then they jump into a relationship straight away. Now, stick with me. So you've got your house, you've got your child or your children, you've got your job, you think everything's going well. Then the little red flags start creeping up and things start happening differently that you think, hang on a minute, she doesn't normally say that. No, she doesn't normally do that. Or she would never do that straight after this. Or, you know, little things can change. You might see in the background, I'm just down an industrial estate. And I'm assuming they're dragging all the dead stuff to chop up, but the travellers come down and, you know, it's not the best place, but it's quiet. It's quiet. So where was we? Right, you've got it all. Then all of a sudden, overnight, everything changes. You either have an argument over probably nothing, or she'll think that, or she'll tell you that this has been building up and building up and building up, and she's flipped. So now you're in a situation where you've got to leave the house, because if you don't leave the house, they'll ring the police. They ring the police and the police remove you. There are a lot of women out there that will say this to get you out. So they will, oh, we're a bit in closed circuit. Let's change that. They will phone the police, they'll tell family, friends that you are abusing them. They'll do anything and everything to get you to leave. Now it does happen. I know it happens because it's happened to me, and it's not something that has only happened to me. It happens all the time. I've seen it through people telling me, I've seen it from my own eyes, and I've experienced it as well. So you're now in that situation where you're losing your home. You're not going to see your kids every day. You're not going to see your kids when you want to see your kids. It's going to be fortnightly. And unfortunately then the CSA then comes to be involved. They contact the CSA. Don't ever, ever, ever give cash. Always give a bank transfer with a reference. I've said that in previous vlogs. Always, 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 no matter what, no cash exchange. I haven't got any food. Can you give me 50 quid so I can just get a bit of food for little one? Say, I will go, send me a message of what you want and what you need, and I'll go get it. If they turn around and say, no, I'll go do it, just give me cash, that cash is not for that child. That cash is to pay somebody off or go out on the lash. And I don't care what anybody says, that is a fact, because I've had it done to me so many times, and I know lads that have had it done to them so many times, and that is a fact. Now, you've now got to find somewhere to live. You're stressed up to the max, and you're not alone, because this happens all the time. And unfortunately, women get away with it. So they're going to the CSA. The CSA will calculate what you earn. They'll take a percentage from you, and they'll take a percentage, a collection fee, you know, that they're taking on her behalf. And I'm not going to give you fake figures, but just for example, they'll take £100 from you. They'll take a percent for collecting it, and they'll take it's a percent from you and a percent from your partner, and then they end up with the last figure. So they could end up with 60 quid, say, for example, £50. Then they'll go, you haven't paid the £100. Yeah, I have, because there's fees on either side. Well, you need to pay more so that I get the £100. Bollocks. Don't do it. Yes, your child needs everything. Yes, your child needs things. Now, this is for maybe the younger generation or the middle-aged generation that have never experienced this sort of thing. You're now homeless, more or less. You've then got to ring your parents, or you've got to ring your brother or your sister or a best mate or somebody that's got a bit of room. Can I move in? We've split up, blah, 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 blah. Then you've got to explain it to everybody, and you'll think this as well. What is she saying to everybody? She'll be slagging you off, 100%. Unless you've got a mutual agreement of, look, it's not working, or she sits you down and says, I don't love you anymore. I want us to break up. I want us to co-parent, and it is an amicable split, but not very often. So we're going down the route that you've split. It's not amicable. She is now demanding money. Now the CSA get hold of you. You'll be lucky if it's a reasonable amount. It's normally more than what you can afford, and it's probably the amount of money that you was actually paying when you lived with her. You'll now go, well, or less, or more than what you was paying. You might have paid £1,000 into the house, but now your outgoings might be £1,200, £1,500, £1,600 that wasn't before. So now your savings become none. Whatever you do, don't battle with them. Lads, Don't battle with them and don't give them any ammunition. Giving them ammunition is the worst thing that you can do. Agree with everything they say to a certain level. Obviously not that it's going to bankrupt you, don't. But you need to agree to disagree and just don't get angry, because a lot of these types of girls, not all, but a lot of these types of girls want to see you locked up. Now they're probably getting to a new relationship and this is the bee's knees. This is, he's better than you. They will use everything. Better in bed, he's got more money, he's kinder, he's caring. What she doesn't realise is she's explaining you. That's what she's doing. She's explaining you. But she doesn't want you to give her that. She wants this lad to give her it. And he's all guns blazing. Yeah, look at this girl. I'm with her now. You're not with her. I'm looking after your child. You'll go through every situation. I probably haven't got enough time to tell you every situation that you'll actually go through. But you will go through every situation. Every situation. So, you now get your stuff, you move out. That's if you're lucky you haven't been arrested. You move out. You're very bitter, you're very angry, you very want to rip someone's head off, you're upset, you know, you might even have a bit of a tear, a bit of a cry. That's all right, you know, that's good. Have a rant, go sit with somebody. I've chewed people's ears off like you wouldn't believe, and I look back now and think, I bet they thought, F off. You're doing my head in, I don't want to know anymore. But a lot of people will sit there and they will listen to your story and they'll listen to you for hours and hours and hours and days and days and days, because you've got all the time in the world to talk about everything. What has she got? Drop. No, good girl. She will do everything in her power to make you look bad no matter what. Anyway, so your next step is to stay calm and ground yourself. It's done with now, that's it. I know that you are rock bottom, and whatever I say to you, if you are a guy in this situation and you listen to this and you'll go, I don't know what he's on about, believe me, I've been there and I've done it. That doesn't make me better, but I've experienced it, and I want to pass my experience on to you guys of how to deal with it and how to move forward and not retaliate. I know that you're probably massively still in love with that person, but unfortunately it's finished with. She's overstepped that mark. Now the system's wrong, because now she's going to get full benefits, probably the majority of the house paid for, certain bills paid for. She'll get a lot of benefits and she'll be up here. She'll be high flying, money coming out of her ears, but she'll tell you that she's skint. Don't suck into it, don't, you know, and if it starts going wrong with the new fella, just say, oh, well, you know, that's how it is. Don't go back, go forwards, because when you go back, it'll happen again, because the happiness is already gone. If it's gone once, it'll go twice, it'll go 3 times, and you lads that are sat at home, when it gets a few weeks down the line and it comes to 1 a.m. and you're sat and you're thinking about everything, you're thinking about your child or your children. When am I going to see him again? Am I going to see him again? You know, you can't cope. It's stressing you out. And at 1 a.m, who's up to talk to? Nobody's up to talk to. And you've got all these thoughts going round in your head at 1 a.m, 2 a.m, 3 a.m onwards. That's if you've even been to bed. My massive advice is, look at it like this. It's done with. And you need to move forward. You don't need to look back, and you don't need to feel ashamed or feel sorry for yourself. If you get into the situation like I did and got locked up, you know, because she's rung the police to say he's locked me in the house, and then when the police turn up, she opens the front door, and we're, oh, he's back, is he? No. How's he locked you in the house? Well, he took the keys. But you've got a year lock. You just pull the latch and open it like you have to us. So he hasn't locked you in the house. Oh, well, I felt like he'd locked me in. I couldn't do the catch. Well, he did it okay to answer the door to us. Then the next excuse is, oh, well, he spat at me. I don't even spit in the street. You know, I don't even spit if I've got bad phlegm in my mouth. I get rid of it in a bin or in a bit of tissue. I hate spitting. If I catch people spitting, I say, oh, that's nice. I find it disgusting. Chucking chewing gum on the floor, I find all that sort of stuff disgusting. So I don't even spit in the streets, and never let alone be so disgusting to spit in someone's face. No matter how angry I am with them, I would never even spit in someone's face, no matter what. So now it's an assault charge. The assault charge, now there's a warrant out for your arrest because they've got to investigate whether you spat on them or not. And 100% you probably haven't. If you're a nice enough guy, you just don't. So they'll come and arrest you, they'll take you in, they'll question you, you'll be released on bail, you know, for further evidence. They'll never get any evidence because you've probably not done it. And then it all just gets squashed, finished, and done with, which is good. Get her in the van. Come on, puppy, jump in there, mate. Good girl. So now you've gone through all that situation together, happiness, unbelievable relationship, thinking that everything is the world, to everything breaking down, losing your home, not seeing your kids as much, not having the life that you've just had for, you know, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years. You know, when there's people that have been together for like, you know, 10, 15, 20 years, and this happens to them, you know, it's a completely different world. So you've got to stay focused when you've got them thoughts, them bad thoughts, and the anger and the aggression and the you know, even though you're probably not an angry person, you've got to just sit and think, I'm better than this, I can get through this. There's always a light. Now, I've done this 3 times, I'm on my 4th. So I know, and my 4th attempt, well, my 3rd attempt was my final attempt. Then I met my wife now, and she's my last attempt. But I know that for a fact that she is my last attempt. She does absolutely everything for me. She looks after me. She grafts hard. We've got a beautiful house. We've got nice cars on the drive. We've got a nice garden. We've got a hot tub. And that's what I've built up to. I'm nothing. I literally had a rucksack. And that rucksack turned into 2 rucksacks, turned into 3 rucksacks, turned into a flat, turned into buying myself an iPad, buy myself cameras, buy myself nice food. I was on my own. To then meeting my partner now. Now I've got everything that I could ever wish for. So I am living proof that you can rebuild your life after a partner, and you can co-parent with the right person. So I so hope that this gets out to lads that are rock bottom at 1 a.m, at 3 p.m, at 12 p.m, because that mask has to come off at some point, and you have to say, I'm not happy, or I'm feeling down, or need some help, or I need to chat with somebody. Come to the channel. Come and chat. Let's discuss. Let's talk. Let's help you get through that. Another battery down. Yeah, let's get this channel moving. Come and chat on the channel. And I'm kicking off, putting in place Men Unspoken wear, which I want gym wear, street wear, and all that sort of stuff. That's going to come later. But if you are female and you support us men with mental health, with problems, just check on your brother, just check on your best mate, like and subscribe. Let's kick this channel off. And I want you to become part of Men Unspoken. Whether you're male or female, I want everybody to become part of Men Unspoken so we can get help. I know there's Samaritans, I know there's mental health teams and stuff like that, but how long are you on a waiting list? Is just a chat on the channel going to help you get through the tough times? Or a chat on the channel, is that going to stop you from doing something daft? I'm hoping so. I hope this channel kicks off. It's a slow working process. I'm not a mental health expert, but I've got plenty of experiences, bad experiences, that I'm not proud of, but it's made me the man I am today. And it's made me fight and have that fight in my belly to move forward. And Men Unspoken has stuck in my head for so long, and I think it's time that we have a channel or channels where you can come and seek advice from each channel. Come and chat, and hopefully in the distance near, or in the distance in the future, or not so near future, I'm hoping sooner, that we can have across the country places for men to come at any point, at any time, and sit down and chat and get the help and support you behind bad times. Stay safe, stay strong. You can do it, you've got it, and we're here for you 24/7, no matter what. I'm willing to put all the effort and work into this channel to keep you safe and sort your mental health out and be happy. That's all we have to be. That's all we have to be. Right, it's breakfast time. We've been up since 5, starving. Puppy needs to get home and get a drink. So we'll see you on the next vlog. Thanks for watching, guys.